Hello everyone. So today we'll discuss about the JHipstar. So as you know, using the JHipstar we can create project easily. Like suppose if we are going to develop any CRUD operations for any, like take one example, like suppose we are having different master tables in our database, like maybe it's a user informations or maybe some master related tables which are means mostly not frequently changes, right? So for those kind of tables, we need to give us some user interface, like CRUD operation kind of thing. So for those kind of table, we can easily create the CRUD operation kind of thing project using the JHipstar. So what we can do basically, so for this we need to install the JHipstar into our local machine, and using the JHipstar we can create those like we can create one project which is having the micro like a front end side as well as the micro means back end side. So backend means my front end side can be developed using the Angular maybe or maybe React or maybe Vue.js, and from the backend side maybe we can use the microservice, right? So the thing is that like using this like JStar we can easily create this CRUD operation kind of thing. So for that what we need to do? So we need to follow some step, like like we need to first install the JStar. There are certain tools that or certain actually command that we need to execute in CMD. If you are using like Linux, so that may be differ little bit of, but not like very much difference. So JStar is like development platform to quickly generate, develop and deploy modern web applications and microservice architecture, right? It support many front-end technologies like Angular, Vue.js, React. So these are supported by the from the JStar. So whenever we are going to install this JStar into our local machine, then before installing the JStar, first what we need to install like JStar. So once the JStar is done, means installation is done, then using we need to install JStar globally. Like we need to set up globally, like using the npm command, npm install -g generator-jhipster. I will put those command into the description section, as well as also we need to install the java git, and so then like we can create one directory, and under the directory we just need to run the JStar. So then it will automatically like open one UI, and from there like we can choose those options for creating the project. So I'll going through those sections like one by one, so that easily we can create one project for just demonstrating purpose, and also we'll show you how it will look like once those things will be done. Okay, so this is about like JStar. Next, like we will create one project. So let's create the project using the JStar. So before creating the project using the JStar, let's go through the JStar website. So if you go site here, actually there mentions everything like how you are going to like create the project. So for this is the instruction, like we need to follow this instruction. Java means first we need to install this one, then we need to install the JStar using this command, and then create one like directory like this one, and then to run the JStar command. So then like we can create the project. So it's having lots of module actually, like Node.js, Elasticsearch, Bootstrap, Material Design, Google Maps, like then generator code gen customizer, then like Vue.js. So these are the like lots of like modules actually support by this like JStar. Yeah, JDL Studio is it's like a kind of different thing. So that is also like support by this JStar. So that it's having something different. So this is basically used to like generate the like entity from this one. What we need to do is we just need to define JDL over here, and then actually it will create the means entity for us, means actually entity, as well as like it will create the CRUD operation kind of things from this one. So this is a defined kind of thing. So what you need to do, we need to like first generate the JDL and then JDL read by the JStar thing. So let's create one project. So for that like what we need to do, first actually we need to like install the JStar. So then like Okay, so it will take some time for installing the JHipstar. Once this is done, then we will run the JHipstar. Using the run the JHipstar command, we can easily uh, create the project. So let's install the JHipstar first. It's taking time, so please wait. It will not take more time, but it's taking time just to install the JHipstar globally. So once this is done, then we will create the project for this one. So this is done now. So once this is done, so I have already created one folder here like JStar underscore demo hyphen demo. Let's create the project using JStar. So for this we need to run this command JHipstar. Okay. So once we after put this command and then click on the enter, then it will ask some information. So it will give us some input we need to provide. This is the banner of the JStar. So it will actually okay, let me check. So maybe due to this project is was not empty, so that's why it's saying so that's I cleaned the the folder. Now let's try to run the same command. So I run execute the same command jhipstar. Now check. Yeah, it started. Yeah. So what is the base name of your application? So we can keep it same, or maybe we can also change this one. What kind of applications you need to create, like monolith, gateway, or microservice? Let's create the monolith one. Would you like to internalize and support? For the time being, we don't need this one, right? Next, language, it's English. Okay, make it the string means if we need any reactive applications, for the timing we don't need the reactive application, right? So this is the package name, so that also from here you can change from here. So for me, try this one. What kind of authentications do you need to enable? So it's a JWT I'm taking. Next, the database. So for productions, maybe MySQL, or maybe what type of databases you need, that you can check. And development perspective, for the time being I am keeping as a H2 in-memory database. What kind of caching? So that you can choose from here: caffeine, cache, hazelcast, Redis. So this kind of you can choose from here what kind of in caching mechanism do you want to need. So for the timing I don't need any kind of, so that's why it is no need to cache of second level caching. Next, the dependency management tool like Maven or Gradle. So I am using Maven. I'm choosing the Maven one. Next, this is the important point, which framework would you like to use for the client, for the front end, which technologies basically do we need to use, it can be the Angular, React, Vue, or no client. So for the timing we can choose the Angular. Okay, so do you need to generate the admin UI? Yes, so also you need the UI. Let's keep it as a default gesture, boostwatch. And for this JUnit puzzle, maybe the cucumber is the fine one, right? Next, once these options we have choose, then it will create the project for us. Okay, and it will look like something. Let's create the project is done, then I will show you the project structure for this one. So it's taking little bit of time because it will create lots of things for us, and it will give us all the things, right? Because it will create the default tables and all those informations it's trying to configure, it is mapping those database tables using the liquid base. So this is also there will this JHipstar internally doing. So build is done. It will just try to now run the npm just to build it locally. So let's wait for some time, then we'll do the I'll run this one, and so that we can check it from the UI also. Let's wait for some time. It's taking time little bit of it. So as you know, once this is done, then maybe it will give us all the things like the backend part, front end part. We just need to do little bit of modifications of it if we need, like database kind of things and all those things. Events also we can add the entities, new entities, so that maybe I'll try to cover in some next tutorial, because all the things is not possible to cover in a single tutorial. So that I will try to cover. Don't forget to subscribe my channel so that you will don't, and also like press the bell icon so that you guys are not miss any notifications. As you can see, now the build is done. So once this is done, then we need to run the like ambient clean install. So before that, we can also check the like project structure. It will something look, it will be look like something like this, like under the source resources, in the under the web app you will get the like Angular projects over here. Okay, so these are the things. So let's run this ambient clean install so that it will build the project and create the like jar for us so that we can run this one. It will take not much time. It will like it will done in a minute. It's taking a little bit of time, so but it should not take more time. So it's done almost. It's almost done. It's just doing some kind of clean process npm run and also generating the build in the target folder so that we can run from the target and give us the UI for. So as you can see, the JHipstar build is successful. Now actually it's creating the assets so that it will copying in some folder inside of the target. So it will actually like using the JHipstar we can also create like entity, so that I will also like demonstrate like how we can create the like entity using the JHipstar. So JHipstar, there is one command like JHipstar entity, and then we need to provide the entity name. So once we'll give those things, then we need to provide the like entity like fields name, like what would be what all the fields we need to create for this particular new entities, like field name, then data type of those thing of the particular table of the tables. So those are actually we need to define over there. So once those things done, then it will create once uh, like entity for us, and that particular entity we can check from the UI also, like it will also from the UI we can do the CRUD operations for those things. It will support means different types of fields like string, integer, long, float, double, big decimal, local date, instance, duration. So the etc. So these type of fields actually it's provided is support actually. As you can see, it's also like using the JHipstar we have not created any project create test cases, so it's automatically like or created all the test cases, right? And also they are running the test cases because it's do all the things actually for us, so we can easily create the CRUD operations using the JHipstar. So now the build is success. So now go to the target folder. So inside of the target folder we just it's generated a jar file, so we need to run this jar using java minus jar. So once we run this jar file, so it will run on the whatever the port we given when we are providing all the options for generating the projects, and over there also there is one options for providing the port. So that port actually we given, like maybe you can give your own like 8080 or 8081 or 8082 based on your system, like which ports are available. So for me it's 8080. So as you can see in the local it's actually up in the 8080 path, right? Now suppose if we run this in this particular port, so as you can see, it's JHipstar homepage, right? So here what you can see, if you want to sign in, you can try the default accounts for the administrator, the login ID admin, and for the user, it's a user. So let's try to log in as a admin user, admin, and password is also a admin. Okay. User. Okay. So as a user, I can able to log in, right? So you are logged in as a admin. So from here you can see like all the things. You can change your password, you can sign out. So this particular UI is generated by the JHipstar, right? So like if we create any entities, then those entities can be, we can show over here. Here if we change the user management, so here is a two user, admin, and another one is the user, like a user. So we need to activate from here, right? So we can check this means we can view from here, like and from here also we can like update something. So this kind of operations we can easily do from here, right? So this is a very easy kind of thing, like user management. We can also like release if we want to create any user, like, so those can be also possible from here, right? So that means as you can see, all the things like easily can do using here, right? Easily we can check from here. So we don't need to do anything, right? So now let's like if we want to create any like new entities, then how can we create those entity, right? So let's stop this one first, uh, out of this one. Then we need to like use some command over here, something like JHipstar, and then entity, and then entity name. So let's try to create JHipstar entity name, for example author. Okay, here actually we need to provide entity and then entity name, entity and entity name. Then it will ask actually something. Do you want to add field into your entity? Yes. Okay. What is the name of your field? For example, name. Then it will ask for the what type of field it is, like string. Do you want to validations rule to your field? So for the timing we can say the no. Then do you want to add field here entity, means another entity, like do you want to add any another field like name, and then like maybe uh, name and address, then string. No. Do you want to add a field to your entity? Then we can press no over here. Okay. Generating relationship to other entities? No. We don't have any kind of relationship for the time being. Do you want to use a separate service class for your business logic? Yes, we need the separate class. Okay. So then like do you want to use a data transfer object? Yes, we need a data transfer object. Do you want to add filtering? No, not needed. Is this entity read only? No, we don't want. Is that a read only? Do you want pagination and sorting on your entity? For the timing we can say pagination is not required, right? So everything is done, then it will create the entity for us. Okay. Okay, overwrite. Okay, yes, overwrite. Yes, overwrite. Okay. Yes, overwrite. Yes, overwrite. Overwrite this all and all others. Okay, we need to overwrite. So entity undefined generated successfully, right? Okay, so this entity's generation is done now. Okay, next what do we need to do? As the entity is generated, so code structure code new code is added, so that's why we need to build this particular project again, right? So let's run the ambient clean install. So it will take some time. So once the build is done, then we'll again run the project. As you can see, the build is successful. Now it will take some time to for generating the artifact. Okay, build is success now. So like we can again go to the target. Next run the jar. So it will start it soon. Yeah, it started and it's running in localhost 8080. Let's run this one. It started, right? So we can log in from here. Okay, it should come over here. Let's try to rerun this. Let's try to build this project again. So that means it's a thing like we need to, as we create this author entity using the JHipstar, so it should like means after the login tab uh, using the admin login, then we can get this particular entity into the like UI. So let's try to run this jar. JHipstar jar. It will take little bit of time. So as you can see over here, this is using Java 17 and running with Spring Boot 3 and the Spring 6 version. And for the database perspective, they are using the Liquibase. It is actually trying to insert all the data, initial data, and is prepare us for the initial database for us. H2 database is available on the 818080 reports. So this is running now. Okay. Okay, let's sign in using admin and password also admin. Okay. Now in the entities, yes, author is came, right? So these are the like default author is already inserted. If we are going to create a, as we see in the earlier, so we have created only two fields, one is the name, another is the address. So name is like test, test. Yeah, it's success, right? A new author is created with identifier is one. We can also see from here, yeah, this one. So as you can see, means what we followed means the using the JHipstar entity, there is one command. Using that command, we can easily create entity into our existing project. This is very easy, and also we'll get like we can click on the view, we can get the like view IDs one this, like you can from also here we can click on the edit, it will allow us to edit those things. So in these things easily can be done. From delete is also like we can do, right? Delete is also happening, so we can do means CRUD operation easily. We don't need to do anything. So what we need to do means, if we summarize the JHipstar, using the JHipstar we can create project easily using the microservice, or maybe from the gateway we can put the JWT token or auth token. We can use the like liquid based for the database things, and also like for front end wise we can either use the React or either use the Angular, means the latest technologies we can use, right? From the AWS, Docker, all the things we can integrate over here. So you can easily like also we don't need to do anything over here, means these are already automatically generated by the JHipstar. So JHipstar do lot of things for us. Means if we are going to create one CRUD kind of thing, so just we need to create the entity over here, and it will, we need to map those fields into here, and then it will give us all the things, right, as we are showing over here. So in this way, like we can easily do all the things. We don't need to do like write the boilerplate code. It will create all the things for us. We just need to like follow some steps as I was shown in earlier, like using the JStar it will ask something like for creating the project. So this is overall about the JStars. And as you can see, using JStar we can easily like create CRUD operations, so it is very useful for this one. So that's all about the JHipsters, like how can we create the entity for CRUD operations, how can we use multiple database also is give us the option. If you guys have anything, please do let me know in the comment sections. Please do subscribe my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.